Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. What's it like to have, I mean, you've been in that position before, but what's it like to have Kyle Busch breathing down your neck in that situation? And what were you, did you run those last 10 laps perfectly, or was it just, man, you holding on?
Yeah, I mean, whenever I got the lead, I knew I was going to be in a really good position. Then on the restart, Christopher, when they gave us the one to go and he picked behind me, he came up behind me into one and hit me and told me he was going to just shove me, give me a huge shove on the start. And he obviously did that, which got me to the lead. And 2 laps later, after I watched Kyle Busch pit behind me, here he is in second. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I've worked 300 and something laps just to get to the lead, and now Kyle's going to come and steal it from us. And it was definitely deja vu because that Xfinity race, I was sideways, way loose at the end, and he just kept running me down. And, I hit the wall like I did in the Xfinity race with 2 to go. And, I was waiting for him to do, obviously, whatever he had to do to get in the playoffs too. And kudos to him for racing me super, super clean. So, the fact that both of my Darlington wins have came, trying to hold off Kyle Busch is pretty cool from just a personal note because that guy is one of the greatest of all time. So, definitely, though, felt like it was 2020 Xfinity all over again.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Chase, what does this place mean to you? And I preface it with you when you talk about that Xfinity win, and know that came probably in the depths of a despair that most people can't understand and can't relate to, and then to go through what you've gone through this year, what you had to go through tonight, and then to have your son right there next to you and everything that this track represents. How do you put it into words what this place means?
Yeah, it's hard to put it into words. Truthfully, it's something that, it's pretty crazy just how God works, right? We come here 2 days after having a miscarriage and are able to win and beat Kyle Busch. And then, 4 years removed, I win here again, beating Kyle Busch, but now I have my son with me. And Marissa's here, pregnant with twins that could literally come at any point. It's just funny how it all works out, right? And just to have them here, Brooks has never seen me win. Obviously he watched it at Phoenix on TV, but for him to get to experience this, and then for Marissa to be here, when I won all those races during COVID, she was never there. Obviously, when I won at Phoenix, she wasn't there. This is the last race she's coming to. She's been telling me all weekend, you got to get it done. Think of that as motivation. It's pretty cool to win with them here. And Brooks has actually been telling me the last 3 days, I got to beat Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch. That's all he's told me. And for him to come out to where I had to beat Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch, it's pretty ironic.
And from a racing perspective, can you talk me through the restart and the 3-wide move and all that? From the outside, it looked like that was a dramatic and daring move. Maybe from your seat, that was hey, that was right there and it was easy to make.
Yeah, I need to watch it back because I think I started inside second row. Ross was on older tires, so I didn't want to pick behind him. I was kind of bummed when I saw how it played out because I was going to be on the front row with Kyle, and I felt like the restart before that, I almost beat him heads up. So I was kind of ticked off that I was going to be second row after our picker did an incredible job to get the front row. And somehow I got to the top in 1 and 2. I don't remember if Ty Gibbs somehow cleared me or what. And I just remember I tried to get a huge run off of 2 because I knew they were going to be too wide. And this car gets a really big draft. So I got a huge run. And my car, at least everybody that I was racing with up front, my car was the only one that could run the bottom in 3 and 4. So I knew early in a run I had that kind of in the back of my mind. And I had that big run. I went to the inside. I felt like I was going to be okay even if I had to run the bottom. And I was surprised Kyle didn't cover and block me farther left. And I knew we were 3 wide, but I knew Ross was leading. I was going to kind of stack that middle lane up, so I just went in there wide open. And I knew I was going to literally clear Larson by an inch. And I kind of I wasn't going to let myself not win a crown jewel by not clearing myself on Kyle Larson. If you go back and watch the Coke 600, I had the race won with 4 to go, and I let him back by when I was, an inch clear. So yeah, I was just taking it all the way to the wall, and I knew that was my only shot to win the race. Like I said, I'd watched him lead, 300 something laps right behind him. So I knew my car was just as good as his. It was just a matter of who was going to get clean air, and that was the only opportunity I had.
And last thing is, what was it like to get that photo in victory lane with Marissa and Brooks? And
yeah, it was super special. I wish Brooks would have rode in the car with me. Oswald smoked him in the head out on the racetrack, and he was screaming and crying. So yeah, I wish I would have got to experience that, but I'll just have to win again with him there. But yeah, it was super special to be able to get to experience that. For sure, that's something that we'll cherish forever, and he probably won't remember it, but I certainly will.
Deb Williams, Auto Week. Chase, on the front stretch, you said that you were sideways counter steering like you were in a sprint car. With the way this track wears out tires, how did your sprint car experience benefit you tonight?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, every time you come here, I feel like the dirt guys kind of excel. I mean, you still have some guys like a Denny Hamlin or Truex or guys like that, but yeah, there at the beginning of the race, it's me, Reddick, Larson, and Bell all up there, and this track just is a lot like sprint car racing because you have way more power. You have to be comfortable slipping and sliding around, and then the other thing is at this racetrack more than anywhere else, you are constantly just searching for grip. You have to search, and try to find grip and manipulate your car to do things that it doesn't want to do, and you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable here. So yeah, I think it's no surprise that sprint car guys and just dirt guys in general typically run good here, just because we're used to sliding around.
Thank you.
Thank you.